The Stray Dog and the 5 Kittens in the Sewer, a story that brought an entire neighbourhood to tears. On a bustling street corner in Istanbul, a city where stray dogs and cats are a common sight, something unusual had been happening for days. A German Shepherd mix, once majestic but now dirty and gaunt, sat silently next to an old sewer grate. It didn't bark, it didn't beg, it just stared down into the darkness below. People passed by, thinking it was crazy, or perhaps just starving and confused. Some avoided it, others shooed it away. But the dog remained, day after day, like a statue, guarding something no one else could see. Then, one day, a young university student named Myra happened to walk down that street. She was heading home with a bag of groceries in hand when she heard a faint whimper behind her. She turned around and saw the dog. It looked up at her, not with hunger, not with fear, but with something deeper. A silent plea, a cry for help. Moved by the expression in its eyes, Myra returned to a nearby butcher stall, bought some meat scraps, and gently held them out. The dog approached cautiously, took the meat, but instead of eating, it walked away. Slowly, deliberately, it carried the meat back to the sewer grate, dropped a piece through the gaps, then returned and ate what was left. Myra froze. The next day, she came back. The dog was there again, waiting in the same spot, looking just as patient and watchful. She gave it more food, and again, it dropped some into the sewer before eating. On the third day, curiosity got the best of her. This time, she followed. The dog led her right back to the same spot. It looked down at the grate, then up at her, as if to say, "Look, please." Myra knelt down, leaned close, and listened. From deep within the sewer, she heard the faintest sound, a tiny, trembling meow. She gasped. There was a kitten down there, maybe more. Myra immediately called the local animal rescue and begged them to come quickly. 30 minutes later, the rescue team arrived. But as they approached, the dog growled defensively, baring its teeth, standing between the rescuers and the grate like a protective guardian. Only when Myra gently placed her hand on the dog's head and whispered, "It's okay, let them help," did it back down and sit quietly. The rescuers removed the grate, and by now a crowd had gathered around, watching with bated breath. One of the rescuers reached down into the sewer. A moment later, he pulled out a tiny, soaked kitten, filthy and shivering, but alive. Then another, and another, and another. 5 kittens in total, covered in grime, weak from hunger, but alive. Saved by a dog no one cared about. As soon as the kittens were out, the dog ran to them, wagging its tail wildly, whining with joy, and licking each one as if it were reuniting with lost children. The rescuers believed the kittens had likely been washed into the sewer during a recent heavy rainstorm. No one knew how long they'd been trapped, but it was clear how they'd survived. This dog, this homeless, hungry dog, had been bringing them food every single day. Myra and everyone watching were stunned. Some cried, some clapped. Everyone stood in awe. She couldn't bear the thought of the dog going back to the streets. So she took all 6 animals home, 5 kittens and the guardian dog she now called Lupo. Lupo, the silent hero. Over the next month, Myra cleaned and nursed the kittens back to health. When they were strong enough, she found loving homes for 4 of them. But one little kitten, the one that had bonded most with Lupo, stayed. And so, in Myra's small apartment, 3 lives once lost and alone, a girl, a stray dog, and a rescued kitten had found each other. A new family, a new beginning. A home built not by blood, but by love, loyalty, and the quiet courage of a dog who never gave up.